I'm hearing a few things with this message. Expect the unexpected, but also this was inevitable. I'm seeing an open door, and there's something about communication, okay? So whether this is coming or going, I'm not sure, like the opportunity to create something or to end something, we'll find out. Someone's values have changed. I'm seeing a really like grey, stormy sea, okay? But someone's seeing the light, the rays of light shining through from the sky. Justice. This is giving Libra, heavy Libra full moon energies. 9 of Cups. Wow. This is the open door to move towards or to welcome in something beautiful. That light, that shining through, someone's seeing it. I think that there's been a real tornado though. That someone has had to kind of go through, like the ship has been like wrecked, if you will. And I think the ship is them kind of thing. Again, even more balanced, 6 of Pentacles. Okay. And I just think there's something here, okay, with the Lovers. Someone needs to, someone's bringing in justice when it comes to a situation where I think somebody was made almost like a external party, like made into a third party in this situation, and they were just kind of watching. They've been watching in on the sidelines, it feels like, and they're realizing kind of the learning. This is what I mean by the values of change. I've learned so much. The Fool. Brand new cycle, brand new beginning. This is a whole new chapter is what I'm hearing. A completely new chapter after, look at this 3 of Swords. There's definitely been heartbreak here, and this is why with the Hierophant, the values are changing. Someone's recognizing what the right thing to do is. I feel like they're really understanding the divine masculine energy, the traits of that, so the integrity, standing in truth, just, you know, staying in, this might be somebody who's actually turned to kind of religion, if you will, to kind of understand themselves better because of everything they've been through. Now, whether or not they're staying there or whether they're just adopting like a more spiritual approach generally, I don't know. There is something to say about institutions, because obviously institutions are created by society, right? And just kind of, I do feel like someone's been gaining clarity though of the mind, okay? So I just heard an apology. Somebody wants to get together with somebody else. That's what this is. Whether it's, I think it's just for some kind of communication. I mean, they have other things on their mind too, but there's something about with this Hermit card, someone's really having, it's a two thing, okay? One person's really been in isolation in terms of just focusing on themselves, getting themselves into order, whether it's money, their health, etc. And somebody else has really been going through kind of realizations of everything that has got them to this point that has just been the lessons of their heartbreak. So it's a really positive outlook actually. 2 of Wands, somebody wants, this is again a conversation that somebody wants. There's been this third party. Oh my god, I'm with the 7 of Swords then. Oh, there's definitely been a third party energy here. Let's find out about this. Yeah, I think that, you know what the interesting thing is here? I think you might think that the third party is still around, but whether they are or not, I think it kind of plays on your mind a lot. We'll find out whether actually that is the case. Someone's definitely healing from whatever this heartbreak is, okay? There's had to be a real pause for this new perspective to be gained. Like this is what I mean, like someone's really changed their outlook on so many things. So when their values have changed, and also even beauty, they're seeing beauty and their own self-image in a new way. It's like this, I've heard trickling in. There's something that's just, it's like something's taken a lot of time, something that needed to like have justice brought to it. Okay, interesting. So we've got the King of Cups here. Now somebody has really, I feel like there's a release of this third party karmic energy actually. And this is what's helping somebody to really step up. We've got the Lovers, the Chariot, and the King of Cups. Somebody wants to make that decision to open up this new cycle in love. And they're really, I feel like this excitement to move in this direction, but there's also this understanding of everything of the past in order for them to bring this moving forward. Like they don't want to overlook anything. You're going to get confirmation that whatever this karmic cycle was, there's been an end to it. It's come to an end and a brand new opening is here for this forward movement, right? Somebody's really had to gain a lot of courage. It's like they've fought so much inner battles with the hurt and the pain that they've been through. But I'm getting a lot of deep healing and deep feeling energies here. That's what this is, okay? Somebody is very clear on where they want to move. They've spent so much time, my God, they've spent so much time in this headspace trying to understand things, to gain like this new perspective. They've really changed, okay? The only thing that's getting them stopping and stalling them all the time is because they don't know how you're going to respond, but they don't need to. They need to come through without ego. Do you know what I mean? Because that it's not about you, it's about them now. Are they ready to prove? Yeah, we've got the Four of Wands here. I'm going to get another one for that because I'm wondering, that's to do with the karmic situation as well, right? Yeah, so I think that they know that they have to kind of own up to something and their behaviour in the past. And I think that's kind of what's, yeah, the Two of Wands and the Empress and the Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck. This is what they want. This is coming out with the Lovers and the King of Cups. This is what they want, but they also are fully aware that how they've acted in the past, especially with the Knight of Wands, has been so very wounded space, and this is what they know they need to own up to. This is definitely somebody who made you feel like an option, like if they did not prioritize you. And I don't think that they realized that's what they were doing. They were acting from such a wounded space that they weren't even thinking about anyone or anything other than kind of soothing their own sorrows, is what I'm hearing. So I just think that they've had a lot of trauma that's got them to this space, where they had so much ego, right? Battles, trying to protect themselves, meanwhile hurting others along the way, but they didn't realize it because all they've been thinking is that they're the one who's going to get hurt, right? So it's just and now suddenly they are seeing you as the Empress, are seeing you sitting on that throne. Trust. I think that this has been, I think that you're more mature and you were when you first met, and you've been going through a lot of healing to get to this point yourself, and this is just confirming everything. They've just, they've had to learn from you. You've come into their life as a real major divine lesson. I will say this. So very soon, trust and new love, which is what I said, there's going to be a new cycle in love, okay? And like I said, there's been so much, there's so many cycles here that someone's had to go through again and again, getting to know each other. This is like this new energy, this new kind of, and that's what the Fool is. There's really like a freshness to this. There's a lot of chemistry here. Free yourself. I think this is to do with the past, just freeing yourself of the past, like whatever's happened here, this common situation, wherever there's been kind of betrayals, hurts. I don't even know if betrayal is the right word. I feel like it's just been a lot of kind of too many others in the mix that you chose to remove yourself, understandably. Love yourself first. So again, free yourself from anything that makes you feel anything less than. I think this is what somebody else has been doing as well. Okay, this is confirmation, reconciliation, once again, separation, the bottom of the deck. This happened yesterday. Okay, this is somebody you're in separation with, and there's been some real healing happening. A part of me didn't want to say that, but the cards have confirmed it. So there you go, Ace of Cups as well. Somebody is really, I think that you did the right thing. You removed yourself because you knew that there was far too much going on in the external that they needed to handle, and they weren't like handling. And you knew that there was also this energy of you're not going to be involved in those lessons, right? Even if they did try and like make you the third party, if you will. I think that you're very wise. I really do. There is this energy of, that's why you've come out as the Empress. They've come out as the King of Cups, right? They've had to have a lot of emotional lesson, and I don't think you've realised the influence you've had in their heart space. For you, the main thing is really to keep focusing on yourself, releasing what needs to be released, especially with this weekend's full moon. It's really important here. Aries season is significant. A fiery climax approaches. It's time to take action. Don't let the past hold you back. What do you need to release? You and your loved ones, I'll say this is a divinely protected connection, that is for sure. And I think there's a reason for it. This is absolute divine orchestration, what's been happening here. That is definite. Okay, you are enough. I think there's something here that you had to learn a lesson about kind of your worth throughout all of this, what you were allowing, where your boundaries were. And also if you had some kind of unhealthy expectations, maybe attachments or something. But your commitment is being tested. Communication is key, and the answers you need are coming, which is what I said earlier, okay? So, I just feel like you've both been releasing and going through so much. You're so not who you were before when you first met. And I think that this is going to be the opportunity to really begin again, almost like, okay, who are we now and where do we stand? Your values, like I say, values have changed. There's this new kind of energy coming through, and it's actually really beautiful. It's like there's light, and there's a reason that this reconciliation is happening and needing to happen. Again, divinely orchestrated, happening very soon. I mean, there's a lot taking place. There's a big release this weekend, and moving on from there, there's going to be steps towards it. Okay, I didn't catch this on camera, but I did ask, is there going to be heart-to-heart conversations and forgiving and learning? Because that was the vibe I was getting, but the cards didn't come out. They're the exact cards that came out just as I asked that question. So, and deception at the bottom of the deck. This is going to be a real opportunity to clear the air, to recognize that you've both changed, you're not who you were, and to really start fresh. And sometimes that's what's required, because sometimes you come into each other's lives to really shake up your reality, to recognize that where you are so out of divine alignment, and you bring each other into that divine alignment. Even in this separation, you start to see things differently because of the massive impact that that person has had on your life. Your soul needed this awakening from them, right? You weren't getting it from the people that were already around you. They were keeping you stuck. And this is the opportunity now to not let that past hold you back, to move forwards into this brand new cycle, okay? Stay optimistic right now. Stay focused on you, and because whatever you're doing, it's working, okay? That's for sure. When you're specifically on the divine journey, it's important to remember that you're often playing out collective wounds. That message needed to come through for some reason, okay? So remember that, but also recognize that your person, where is it that you are overcrossing boundaries, whereas you yourself will want to protect them, right? So finding out too much information that they haven't given you consent to, all this kind of stuff. Don't get me wrong, I understand on this journey you need peace of mind, but that's very different to intrusion, right? There's a difference. So stay in your lane, understand that you're both working through this beautifully, and there's this opportunity to align at this moment in time, okay? Communication is so key. It's going to be heart to heart, okay? Truth, honesty, authenticity. Let me know if this reading was for you. Sending so much love.